Isn't it amazing? It really is amazing, man. It really is. Um, Stop up there. There still is like an area, like if you look here, like these two candles down are pretty big. So I'm not sure if it's going to attempt to go up into there or not. I just turned them off, dude. All right, let me put in the chat here that I will not be answering questions. I will not be answering questions on YouTube. If you want to ask questions in real time, please join my Discord, which you can do for free, and join the stream there. Link in bio, link in description. All right. Okay, so we had a little rejection there. We'll see what it does here. Let's pull up ES, make sure it's not. ES actually has some areas above it that kind of look like it needs to be redelivered higher. So that's gold. How'd you guys like that gold trade last night? Anybody catch that? Fucking killed it, dude. Yeah, if you came to the stream last night, you killed it. So the stream last night, you caught the move down on Nasdaq, then you caught you could have been able to catch that gold trade, which it hit perfectly. So what's the best if you I would say during Asia session, bro. Yeah. Nothing wrong with trading Asia session Westbury. Yeah, you can trade Asia, dude. I know there's a lot of FUD about it, like people don't like it, but they just don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, if you work from like 9 to 4:30 or whatever, you kind of you don't really have a choice, right? Unless you trade at work, which is what I did. I just traded at work, but not everyone can do that. I just got to for me personally, I got to the point where I was like, I'm not getting off my phone. So fire me if you want. I'll take the unemployment. But that was my situation. It's probably different from everyone else's. Not saying to do that. Obviously, you need your job, so. Okay, so ES here has, I was trying to explain, I forgot. Go to 10-minute here. Take a look here. Yeah, so that doji there is kind of like worrisome there. I think it may need to try to pop up into there, which would push NQ higher. But look at this broadening formation here, guys, at the opening. So you guys know how I was talking about broadening formations at the opening. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect. Just boom. Boom. Look at that. You could have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades off of that thing. Stopped out on the 6, maybe. Yeah, it's really common place to see these happen at the opening. Pretty much, you'll see them every day, pretty much. Some form of it. Yeah. One of the best ones I've seen in a while. This is beautiful. Lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. Bam. It actually starts here, so you have lower low. You higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. That's a really good one because it just kept going. Usually they have 3 taps and they'll fail like right in this area here. It starts to fail, but not this one. I can be on my phone a lot, but hard to see good setups. Yeah. And then the problem is, man, what I had when I was working is, I'm sure you experience this too, is like when you're in a setup, someone will come bug you or something. You can't like be on your phone in that moment. And you get like this horrible anxiety feeling, knowing you can't manage the trade at that second. And it creates anxiety and stress. Yeah. So I feel you, man. I've been there. Yeah, but I would say just trade Asia session when you get home, man. I don't know, how long does it take you to get home? There's a little bit of this gap open too here, guys. So still, they didn't fill it all the way in. So it's going to put that on the chart as well. A little bit of that left. I'm hoping they drop it down here and they try to attempt to like just fill this gap in, like get lower. But I could be off sides here and just not accepting that it's going up. So we had this daily balance area here. Yeah, which we have a perfect touch to it. Like it touched it perfectly there. So there's one last area up there. But I don't, this is a really strong high here. This is a really, really strong high. I don't think it's going to break it. How's everyone doing today? How you guys doing? Everyone having an alright trading day? Not so good. Good, not so good. How's everyone doing? So we also have a cracking correlation there. Oh, this is the SMC soup I was looking at this morning. So this is a really nice SMC soup. Yeah, it took it. Nice, nice, good. Congrats, man. Congrats. That's good. Nice, nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, but this is SMC soup from earlier today. Very nice. If we turn it back on electronic trading hours, I'll show you guys setup here. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go here. All right, so this morning we had Nasdaq taking out this high here, and then let's go hourly. I think it's sold on. Yeah, I guess it's not. I thought it was, but it's not. I don't think it meets the criteria. It's close to a double top. It's really close, right? But when I looked at it on my phone earlier, it appeared to be one, but yeah, this high is from the Sunday the 30th. That's this high right here. So we have beautiful cracking correlation there between two of these. Bam. So ES unable to get above it. Pretty much double top there. All right, so it looks like we're rolling over here, finally. Only took it 20 minutes to do it. And that's that daily balance area. We can take that off our chart. And the gap's filled. It went into balance there. There's only one little area above it, right in that area up there. So good reason why you gotta have the gaps on your chart, right? Like if you didn't realize that it was trying to fill the gap up here, you'd probably be kind of lost as to what the fuck it was doing. Yeah, but I like how we came and filled the gap, then dropped right back through it. Now we're just chilling inside of it. I like that. It's good. So you see with these gaps is like a lot of people leave them on their chart after they've been filled, thinking that there's some kind of edge there, but I don't believe there is because you won't see any precision to it. It won't be precise. It will go through it. There's not much precision to that. And I think that's what defines an edge is how precise is it. If it's really precise, then you know it's probably algorithmic and it probably is legitimate. If it's not really precise in my eyes, what good does it do me? The precision is like the more precise it is, the better, right? Because it's less risk for us as traders, and the more sloppy it is. Like I don't know if you guys see me do a line test where you like throw random lines on a chart, and it will seem like they interact with them, but they're just random lines you throw on the chart, but it won't react with them like very much precision to them. So I think that's kind of how I view a lot of like VWAP, EMAs, pretty much everything, really. There's not much precision to it at all. All right, so I can scale out here on this break here, which I'll probably take one off here as it breaks down here, especially as it comes into that high there. Because if you gotta, that's a good question. So he says the gaps sort of confuse him. I just don't get why they need to be filled if in electronic hours they have been moved through. Because if you think about like institutions and stuff, they don't trade electronic hours. It's just that's there's a lot of market makers that don't trade during that time either. So you gotta think about fair participation. It's all about fair. Like, did everyone get a chance to participate? If the answer is no, then it needs to be redelivered too, which gaps are like the ultimate unfair because no one got to participate in that area. It's all about participation. It's all about allowing everyone to have a chance to buy and sell at every price point. So if no one's got a chance to buy and sell in that area, then no one got a chance to participate. So yeah, that's why it makes it like the ultimate one. But yeah. Yeah. No, it used to bug me too, man. Like why they would wait to fill the gap during RTH hours, even though they could fill it during electronic trading hours. And then like you said, like you'll see a gap filled during electronic trading hours, but then still be redelivered to during regular trading hours. So yeah, definitely get what you're saying. Hey, what up, dude? What's cracking, man? Let's watch an ES here, seeing what it's gonna do. I think I'm gonna probably close my SPX options here in a second if it doesn't. So I'm running out of time for them. I don't want to have them go to zero on me. See if this is it. We got another Kraken correlation, kind of like the setup from last night, right? So ES is the one lagging. We had a Kraken correlation here, right? Very similar to the setup last night we took. So we had the higher time frame Kraken correlation, and then you have a lower time frame one that's the opposite right here. So boom. And Nasdaq did not take out that high. ES did. So you have kind of a flip-flop one, right? Higher time frame one's this way, and then flip-flopped a lower time frame Kraken correlation the opposite direction. So I think I might make this a setup. I might try to develop a strategy based off of this, like seeing that flip-flop in correlation. I gotta start tracking it first, though. So if it works here, that will be the second time in 2 streams it works. We'll just have to track it. So it looks like we have a spike and grind up, spike and rally kind of thing going on here. So hopefully it will at least get the spike down. And then if it wants to continue higher, at least we'll be able to take profit, lock it in. So that trade from gold last night was, whew, I ended up getting out right here as it was clearly starting to curl back up. I forgot I had it on. I went to sleep and then I woke up and I checked my position. I was like, oh shit, I left it on. Yeah, like I woke up right in here and then it dropped the rest and then it started to curl back up here. So I was like, it's a really good trade. So the trade was like last night on stream we talked about right here, right? Entering if it came back into this area here. Ended up putting on the trade right in here, giving it some space there. And then wow. Beautiful move down. Risk reward was off the chain. Only an 18R trade, no biggie, no biggie. I don't use YM for it. I suppose you could. I just don't ever trade YM, so I just know that the correlation between NQ and ES is really high, like it's like 96%. So when they don't do the same thing, it becomes very valuable. But I'm not sure about YM. I'm not sure what the. I'd be curious to know if anyone does use it, if they have any success with it. Uh, no, I was there. I watched it happen. It wasn't that big a drawdown though, because there's only one contract I initially put on, so it wasn't that much. It was $300 or something like that. Not very much. But then once I had that touch right there, it was like, oof. But yeah, it was a little nerve wracking. But it was clear as day, right? Like, and it was clear as day that it was going to be dropping lower. I probably should have held on to it till it went to the zone there, but I unfortunately didn't hold it. All right, this is not. This is just not going down. When it's doing this, when it's just not going down, that's not good. Not good at all. Feel like it should already happen by now. So any kind of shenanigans back up, I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of it. Probably a break even. Yeah, you'll get there, man. It'll become really clear to you what's happening. What happened, Samson? What got you? What do you feel like went wrong? Today's price action is tough though. It's not like it was a trending market or anything. Like it's been very tough. It's high time frame consolidation. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that was like me all last week, dude. Just I struggled really bad last week. I would write down what you did wrong, and then yeah, it sounds like you were in tilt to me, man. You're journaling now, nice. Yeah, journaling while that pain's still fresh, man. It's the best way to get over it. I know. I was telling him about that. Yeah, I was Eric. I was just telling him about that. Broad information on ES is so beautiful. It's one of the cleanest ones I think I've seen in a long time. Like the thing is just gorgeous. It's still there on NQ2, but it's just not quite as noticeable. It's a little bit more spread out, but higher. You got higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, big old lower low. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that day I made the 10K with the take profit trader. That was the market open. It was I caught like six K of it was at the open. All right, I have to cash out of this. Yeah, he's just had plenty of opportunity to go down. It's just not wanting to. So maybe it still does. We did just have another cracking correlation, but I don't know. I mean, if we look at the last reversals, it kind of looks similar. You have a double top-ish looking shit. So we'll see what happens, but let's look here. Yeah, it's perfect though. I can't even write now. I feel you, man. I've been there too. Um, nice. Yeah, the opening's stressful though. If you're not careful, you can get put into a tilt state really easily. I can anyways. I gotta be careful with it. Make sure I'm just real quick in and out. Take a break, in and out, take a break. Hey, that's quite a few. First time in a year. What do you think? What do you think led to it though? Like, was it usually there's something, right? Did you start taking big losses? Was it confusion on direction, missing out on a trade? Usually there's something like that starts it off that you can learn from, not to allow that to happen again. And that's why you see me with losses. I get you'll probably notice I get really upset when I take big losses, just because I know it's such a stupid thing to do. That's what usually sets me off in a tilt state. It's doing something like that. All right, I'm gonna try it again right here. Stop above that high there. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2, 3 pushes up. What is this? Why is Zoom sharing all my emails? That's weird. Yes, today's a tough day. Like, I mean, not to make excuses for it, but like, wasn't like you had like a really easy trading day. It's not like you did on like a trend day or something. You know, it's a tilt that sucks. It's a tilt that you just can't allow that shit to happen, or it just sets you back so much. I know for me personally, guys, like when I go into tilt, it's such a confidence breaker for me that it takes me like a good week to bounce back, like mentally, just because it's just so much damage on my psyche. Because you know better, right? You know so much better than allow it to happen, and then the fact that you did is definitely messing with your self confidence. You like confidence in yourself to be able to control yourself. First night trading, only naked sharp. Said, yeah, there you go, there you go. How do you feel about it? No indicators, nice. My viewpoint on indicators is like if they help you run it, but I don't think they're necessary for me personally, but some people they do help a lot. So we got a little pennant here. Not that I trade them, but I do notice them and look out for them. All right, there we go. Breaking it. No, no. Chop Chop City. Oh, okay. Trading on your phone. All right. All right, I'll save my stop if it doesn't. I'll save it right there. Um, so that I miss listening to people in the background and I tilted because I blew in. Oh, then you went ham. Yeah. That will do it. Or usually what happens, like what used to always happen to me is I would trade horrible in the funded account, and then when I blow it and switch to an eval, I would trade like amazing in it. That used to frustrate the living fuck out of me, man. And there you go. I think it might be trying to come up into this area up here. I'll have to see though. Because Chop City, I'm probably gonna make this a no-go zone for me. Usually when I try a couple times and it keep getting chopped up, I'll make it like a no-go zone. Where I just won't trade in that little area till it breaks out of it. Which it's good it's doing this, right? We had a pretty decent move up, and then we're seeing stopping action here. Kind of like what it did right here, right? It was some stopping action. You know, movement up, and now we're seeing it's probably a 30-minute reversal happening here, which is what we want to see. But it's like, how many times are you going to let yourself get chopped up? Oh, there you go. At least you got some on the back. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. It's cool that they let you to leave them on ice too, which is nice. So it doesn't look like a failure swing here to me. Pretty clean. It's just a higher time frame reversal. Maybe probably looks pretty decent on a 15-minute. Yeah. So we have 15-minute one time framing up here. You know, we haven't closed below a previous candle's low all the way up. It's kind of like what it did here, right? And then eventually you get the break. And very similar there. And there she goes. There she goes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely I do. Yeah. Pretty much every day if I'm there to watch it. Yeah. For the top levels, why did we mark them? These levels here? Yeah, I'm explaining too. Kind of a lower time frame deal, but let's check it out. Not 1 second. So we have this doji here, similar to last night, right? Like that level we rejected off last night, same kind of deal here. You got a doji right in the before a really big drop there. And then from there to there, that was the original one I had on there. That was that one. And then this last level here is like me just desperately trying to find where the like last little area could be at, like just in case it tries to pull up. But I think it mainly would be like this area right here. Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. Unless it's like, unless that gap that's way to the left here. What up, dude? Long time, bro. How you been? There's still one other gap that I think price needs to come into. So see how we gapped? Like we had a really big gap up, but price never has been back within this area here. So this is like unfair delivery, but it's never been back up into there. So I do think it needs to re-deliver into this gap at some point. There goes ES. All right. Maybe I'm wrong. I could just be wrong. Like it happens. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, because this is like the last area where, you know, the price action was balanced, where both buyers and sellers participated before the move started down. So, but it's kind of I just think ES is pulling up here to redeliver. And then once that happens, we should be good to go. I just think it needed to redeliver into here halfback, which is probably a lower time frame area there. Yeah. So I think it needs to come up into there, and then we should be good. Because remember, Nasdaq will just follow ES around like a lost puppy dog. It doesn't really. It just follows it around. Like ES goes up, Nasdaq tends to go with it, regardless if it needs to or not, which can be very frustrating sometimes. Yeah, we're like, and that also lines up with the failure swing perfectly there too. Did we just double top there though? Hold up, hold up. Okay. So I like the double top there. Pretty boring though. Not really. I have that one YouTube video I think I told you guys about. Other than that though, I don't think so. Because it's pretty basic, right? It's just one support turn resistance. It's pretty easy. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Oh, right here. Are you talking about right now? Yeah, right now I'm not sure, man. Other than ES tapping the half back here, I'm not really sure um why it's taking so long up here. It could be trying to break out and like hit this last area. And I might be wrong. Like I have a bearish thesis on the week, but I might be wrong. Like it could happen. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, right? Like sometimes I am just wrong. Get it wrong. I don't think that's the case, but yeah, it could be. It looks very bullish on the daily chart. Could be a failure swing. Like you need to close in that loop. We have an open loop up there. Oh, with the loops, yeah. So with the closing the loops, the precision is a little bit like it's tough, man, because it's not always the most precise. Usually it like taps into them, like you know, it's not always the most precise kind of thing. Sometimes it is, like we saw last week, a couple times where it really was, but there's also times when it's not. Hey, at least you're respecting your daily loss limit, Beans. That's good. That's good, dude. So it looks like right now we went right into the low, this kind of consolidation there. I'll probably treat this as like an SMC soup here. If we break this trend line down, I'll probably look to go short. Okay, good looking out. Appreciate that. Trump just finished speaking. Okay. That may have been why it was grinding up like that. Could have been. Nice little channel up here, though. It definitely looks like the sell, but the sell program has been initiated. All right, so there's the break of the trend there. We did have a low time frame cracking correlation there as well, I think. It's that at 331. No, never mind. It's not. It's your strong low right here. Beautiful rejection. So as per the SMC sweep setup, I'm just waiting for the trend line to break. With some oomph to it, and then just enter short. And there it is. Kind of a bad entry price. I'll have to be really quick to just get out. Probably could have waited for like a retest of this area here. Anyway, we're cracking correlation. And it was closing in the loop. A lot of reasons why I probably shouldn't have taken that. We'll see what's up though. Probably could have dropped down and used like a lower time frame trend line, maybe like a 30-second one or something, but that's a setup. So I mean, I could have built it a little bit differently, made it not a trend line for entry. Probably would have been a little bit better, but we'll see what happens. Either way, the setup's profitable. Just gotta do it. All right, risk to reward ratio tool here. See where we're at. Looks like a broadening formation. Yes, is pulling up. Nah, let me get ready to save my stop here. Okay. It's half back to balance right there. I think I need to move my stop just a little bit so it can go into that area. There we go. Okay, nice rejection there. Pulled up right in that low time frame balance there to detect it, and then see another move leg down. Hopefully that's leg one, and then we get like leg two here. Usually their discounts last for quite a while, so I think it'll probably stay at 40% or 30% for a little bit. I don't mind it though. It's just like I just do the math on it, and it's like, fail two to pass one. Um, and it saves me. I have to pay the activation fee, which is 150. So maybe I have to pay like $20 more per evaluation, but on the third one, I'll get it back. So yeah, I think it evens out about the same. Failed two to pass one's been my like average for valuations for a long time. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I've tried to like be really careful with them and only like try not to fail any of them, but it's just like really almost impossible, I feel like. Yeah, I would say gold bull knocks until you get start getting payouts and then make the switch. Save you a lot of money in the long run, man. Like a lot of money. All right, nice push down here. Definitely broke this trend up. Not sure. It didn't get to where I thought it would was reaching for, so I'm not sure if this is it or it's going to just try to rally into the close here. I'm not really sure because it didn't get to where I would have expected it to, so a little iffy on it. I had a cracking correlation right there. I would have got a better entry price. Maybe pulled the trigger a little bit sooner. Could have scaled out there and then not had to worry about taking an L. Price just isn't moving, so it's kind of tough to trade him and it's not moving it. Does this sound bad? Is the sound bad or something? Yeah, 100% win rate on evals would be amazing, right? That'd be cool. They got a lot easier for me when I stopped. This thing. Is that better? The chopper has landed. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, guys, because no one wants to listen to that shit. I can't stand when videos sound is bad. Noise the fuck out of me. So we had the perfect half back touch there. Hopefully it will stop trying to go up now. No, ES is just not about it. Whoa, I put a sell order in there on accident, I guess. Now what do I do? I don't really want to accept the loss, but I probably should. I can't believe I did that. Instead of a stop loss, I put a buy, sell two more. Stupid. Those kind of errors really drive me nuts when I do something like that. It really bugs me. All right. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Probably not, but maybe. Beautiful curl up, though. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid loss. Those are the shit that drives me nuts. That can put me into tilt so easily. Like, I don't, those kind of trading, like, stupid mistakes like that really, really, really drive me nuts. All right, so I'm going to close out my options positions. Probably worthless anyways. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we got 12 minutes left. Let's see what it looks like here on the hourly. So like what's more likely to happen? Is it more likely to expand up into the close or go down into the close? I feel like that's kind of a deep retracement though for it to be for it to continue upwards. I do like this as like a failure swing here, but I don't really want to take it again because of the drawdown. That stupid loss killed all my drawdown. Beautiful failure swing with the redelivery there. If I was to play shoulda, coulda, woulda, I probably shoulda, coulda waited until it did this move here. Because we have a beautiful half back to balance touch there based off of this move down 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row. With a clear area here, it needs to be redelivered too. But I don't know, this gap up here is like, is that what it's trying to do? Trying to redeliver up to there. A lot of ifs. Probably just wait for the end of day drift here because I'm not really sure what the fuck it's doing. Other than chopping me up. Is that a failure swing? Looks like it. Or is this a spike down? Like you had these spikes down and then kind of like this, spike down and then push up. I guess we'll know right here. If it breaks through this low here, should be a pretty good clue as to what's going to happen here. Because price at the very least should deliver down to there. We have stair stepping. All right. That drawdown hit. It's another cracking correlation there. The whole stream. This has been the whole stream here. Just this. It literally hasn't moved at all. So hopefully we get some movement here so we can make some money. Because it literally just hasn't moved all stream. So it'd be nice if we get some actual movement here. down into here would be good. So that's a pretty decent move there. It's gonna be 20 points. All right, 8 minutes left. There we go. Finally getting some movement here. It's the only viable target I see, like maybe down there, but maybe down there. If we think about this as like a range here, you would think it need to come, if it's going to trade in a range here, it probably like come down to there. So maybe we'll have to see. All right, one time framing down. You can definitely take one off here any second. Lock it in. And that one loss just kind of wrecked that account, which I was pretty big on the day. This account I had drawn down all the way to like, just about all the way, like pretty close to the drawdown limit. All right, so ES redelivers right to that high of that wick there. Nice redelivery there. We're getting right at the end of the day. You gotta be really careful because it can just, if it's trying to go higher, you can be very, very quick about it. All right, so I'm gonna take one off right there. Beautiful. And we'll see if it like respects this area here or like digs through it. If it digs through it, oh no, very volatile. But now that I've taken one off, so I can't lose on the trade, right? It's guaranteed win no matter what. Obviously, it'd be better if I take profit on the second one, but it's not absolutely necessary. So ES to kind of violate that area. It's probably more likely this little baby area though. Yeah. All right, so we got leg one, leg two. Do we get a leg three? I think we're in a good position for a move down coming into tomorrow, based off of if it closes near here. I think that it's in a good position here. See what the daily candle looks like. I want it to be more of a doji than this, I think. So definite strong high here though. And then we have a clear open loop here where price will need to come down into this area at some point, closing that gap as well. I think that'd be a good trade for possibly tonight. And if it is bullish, we should expect some kind of channel to start forming upward here. Like, let's say it is bullish. You want to start look for a channel upwards, which is kind of actually has already formed one. Starting to anyways. Yeah, I see that. You guys see that? We're starting to form a channel to the upside here, which is what you always see usually in the beginning of these moves. Start seeing like a channel. So we've definitely started to form here. Pretty spot on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches pretty much. Not very precise, but it's definitely a channel there. All right, so it looks like we're going lower here. $12.57. I don't see anything that like really needs to be delivered lower. So my hope is here is like it's like a really big drop that we like drop hard and fucking quick here. That would be very good. So I don't see anything within the near price action that really needs to be like that I can point out that needs to be redelivered to. To get like a massive candle down, that would be kind of what I'd be looking for here. Doesn't mean it happens, but that'd be ideal. Nah, not gonna happen. Okay, so we can trade the end of day drift here, although it's kind of in a shitty spot here, so kind of in a choppy area. ES has much cleaner price action today, like way cleaner. Okay, ES doing a little continuation there. There we go. ES, much cleaner price action, way better. All right, so here's the closing candle here. Curious to see what happens if we get expansion downward or not. Nasdaq seems to be like something pushing it up all the time. It's quite annoying. So my thesis up here was right? It just kind of got chopped up along the way. So we'll wait for it to close and then see if the end of day drift triggers not. All right, what do you guys think? You guys still here? What's up, guys? You guys are quiet as shit. What's up? Yeah, definitely slow, right? Okay. Looks like we might get another drop here. Got about 9 seconds till this closes here, so let's get the lines ready here. So ES already went below it. Just chilling. Gotcha. I'm waiting for Asia session. Gotcha. Yeah, I got a live account. I'm probably gonna reset coming into Asia. I don't know though if it's gonna be the best. I might wait to reset it for another session though. It doesn't. I don't know if tonight. I don't know, it depends. If we open up and we like start dropping really fast, then we'll know like what's up. And I know that we're expecting to move down, but it's kind of like right now, like is it bullish or bearish? It's kind of like, you know, in the high time frame, I think it's like a little bit 50-50 right now. Not that we need to know, right? Like it's not like absolutely necessary. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier. ES definitely has some room to drop here though, so hopefully it doesn't trigger to the upside here. Yeah. Like where would I target to the upside though? I don't even know. This has all been really well redelivered all the way up. Like the stair stepping here is beautiful. Like boom, boom, boom. Just beautiful stair stepping off these strong lows here. Beautiful. Even here did it. Still stair stepping. So, and more stair stepping. And then now we're like right here, right? So, beautiful stair stepping up the strong lows though. Tink, 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 tink. Maybe. I'm not sure. I got today's my birthday, so me and my girl will probably go out, but we'll see what's up. I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks, man. When you get a little bit older, it's not really that cool though. Like it's like, woohoo. All right, so we had a break there. Nice move down, right? Tapped right into that low of that doji, like right into it. Like, look at this, guys. Look at the precision on this. Like, look at that. You can't tell me the way that I'm teaching you guys is not how the algorithm works. It is. Like, it's undeniable. Like, it's very undeniable. Like, I didn't see it in that moment, but you know, you think last place for both buyers and sellers bought and sold. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row. Tink. Redelivered beautifully. I appreciate that. Yeah, like once you get past 30, it's just like, fuck. I don't really want to hear it. Oh, that's sweet, Eric. That's very nice of you, bro. I really need to focus on like just overcoming a few key issues I have, man, and then it should just be unlocked, dude. Just unlimited money unlocked. This is key few issues I have left to tackle for myself. Which the main one is just waiting for these higher time frame areas and then attacking them when they happen. And I think getting my sleep schedule back on track would probably make that a hell of a lot easier to do. Because like Eric said in the beginning of the stream here, if you can, you know, learn to control your emotions during the opening in the first like 30-40 minutes, like that's where the big money is made. You know, because like let's say this move right here, we had a cracking correlation. This short right here is fucking just, it checks all this best trade of the day by far. And it's 250 points. Not that you could hold all of it, but you have the gap fill, you have the cracking correlation, you had a half back to balance touch. Like there's 3 A++ things together equal a massive opportunity. And I just wasn't there to trade it, you know? I think then unlock that shit. And you had the broadening formation with it, like, bruh. Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it is. I'm still supporting my family with it. I'm still like, I have to work a job. Like I can't like complain or anything, but I could do better, dude. But I think that's a good mindset to have. You should always like be striving to be better, no matter how good you are. I think if you, I don't know. I've noticed whenever I stop trying to grow as a trader, that's usually when I get tore up. Like I usually start not trading very well because I stopped doing the things that got me there to begin with, like the journaling, the being extremely disciplined, like all these things. If I stop doing them, it just always creates this like whirlwind of just nastiness. Yeah, the passion. Hey, appreciate that. The passion's important. Like, if you're not passionate about this, I don't think you can do it. Like, if you don't really like, if you're not obsessed with this and the opportunity it provides, and you're probably not though. Like, you should probably just, I hate to say it, but just hang it up because you're not gonna, if you just have time in this and just like, I just don't think you're gonna make it because it takes like a different level of want and need, and like, it's just very hard. Oh, really? Yeah, no, no, it's definitely not. I think the long-term investing comes after you start making big money, then you can kind of like, then do that. I think you should do both, honestly. I think the long-term investing builds the wealth. Um, and then again, hopefully you guys are listening to me about crypto because like I had some people argue with me and on Twitter about it. Not argue, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I told you guys last night, this shit is going up. Like it's going up. Like so if you get in now, because you won't see it won't come back here again, guys. Like just like it never came back here again. You're not gonna get it back here again. You're not gonna get it back here again. You're not gonna get it back here again. Every time I've told you guys to buy this, it's literally been at a low that you never get an opportunity to buy it again. So this low is you're not going to see this again. Like you may have really big retracements, but you won't see these lows again, like 49, 73, and now we have 80. So just like here and here and here. So this is my first call out was here, and then every time I've called these lows out with plenty like a week's notice of that they're incoming. You should probably look to get in. Um, So if you're into crypto, if you're not, you're not. It is what it is. But if you are, um, like it's now or never. It's like now or you're gonna miss the opportunity to get in with the low. So you can still like what I did from here up is like I just dollar cost averaged in and I sold like right about like 118, 119. Um, Same kind of thing I did with that. I'll just keep buying it. As soon as I get more money, every payout I would just buy more. But then what I'm not going to do that this time because when it does retrace, it gets near your dollar cost average, and it kind of makes you a little bit like it just kind of sucks because then you're close to drawdown. Um, yeah, no, there's crypto futures. There's micro Bitcoin. They're not really tradable though, but I think some people do. I don't think they let you trade them. I think they let you trade the micro Bitcoin, I think. But I think I don't think it's as like I think there's like a bigger commission. I don't know if it's as like profitable to trade, honestly. Um yeah, they'll let you trade them, but you can't swing them, so like it still kind of sucks. Yeah, but if you bought last night on stream when I told you guys it was all the way to like 85ish, so you'd be up, you know pretty decent. And if you did with leverage, you know, which I don't advise, but if you did, be up pretty big. All right, let's see where we're at with the end-of-day drift here. Still hasn't really triggered yet. You know, like a little bit kind of false triggers, but nothing major. Yeah, look at the way ES closed here. I think this is going down. I wonder if I should buy. I have like 2 minutes. I was just thinking about buying SPY puts, but I think I ran out of time here. Yeah, it's beautiful redelivery right up into this doji here. Beautiful balance area there. Yeah, beautiful. Strong high. Leg 1, leg 2, and then this leg 3 is gonna hurt a lot of people. Kind of sucks. Maybe it doesn't. I mean, at the very least, we should expect like a 50% retracement, right? Like maybe it doesn't get all the way down there. Maybe it just comes into like this area here. Let me see it like ink, consolidate, and then maybe has a chance to go higher. Because the stock market is built to go up, so to be like really perma bear is kind of like a stupid thing to do. Doesn't usually pay off very well for bears, right? It's just built to go higher, made to go higher. It's kind of sad, like a low percentage of stock ownership in the United States. It's kind of sad. Like the one way you pretty much can print free money once you have some money, and most people don't take advantage of it. And then most of their money gets eaten up by, you know, these hedge fund fees or whoever they put their money with. They end up paying a bunch of fees and probably don't return that much anyways. I had a guy when I was pretty young that I worked with when I was like 17 that was retiring from the place I was working at. And he had like, I don't know, $500,000 in stocks and shit. And he was always talking to me about it. I think he was like one of the reasons I even got into trading, honestly. I'm really glad I met that dude. Yeah, it is. It does. Yeah. If you don't know about it, like, he was like, this is the cheat code, man. He's like, I've been investing for 30 years and now I can retire. And he was just like 58, 57, about to retire, which still sucks, right? He still had to work. Like, he still had to work forever, but, you know, still had to work for 45 years. It's just crazy. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah, it should be taught in school. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of dividend stocks. Yeah, that pay pretty decent, man. Pretty knowledgeable on all of it because I was into stocks way before I got into anything else. I traded stocks first. Then realized that this is not a way I can't make no money. I'm not going to quit my job doing this. So then I tried options and realized, well, this is very hard. And then penny stocks. And I was like, oh, well, this is kind of not, it was really hot for a little bit, the penny stocks, and then it kind of went to shit. And then I was like, well, I wanted to be able to trade after work. That would be better. And then I found futures. And I was like, oh, well, I still need like 10K to trade them. And then I found the funding companies, and I was like, what the fuck? This is unreal. It's got to be a scam. But turned out it wasn't. It's just kind of crazy. You know, funding companies are just like such a fucking blessing that it's just like free. If you can trade, if you can learn how to trade, it is just an insane to think about that we have this opportunity to essentially, you know, leverage our money at such a high degree. You know, like even if you think about it from a drawdown terms, like you spend all in on one account. I broke it down the other day to that stupid idiot. What's his name? I hate that dude. Can't remember his name. But anyways, I broke it down to him like, if you do the math, all in versus a cash account, like you have let's say you have $3,000 cash account, you're risking your 3,000 to trade it, right? But a funded account, all in, let's say you fail to pass one, you're still only all in at like $350, 400 maybe, 500 at the most, right? And then you're only risking $500. And it's still, huge 6x on your money, on risk, in terms of risk, not even what you can make, just about what you're allowed to risk. And that alone is super, because he was, that dude, that Dave's teaches God, dude. What does that do? He's so weird. He's weird now, bro. What is his deal, dude? He used to be all right. I know he's always had some beef with me for some reason, but I don't really know why. But yeah, he's like guilt tripping people about how they should be giving some dead SMC trader money. Like, what is that, dude? Weirdo. You see that post he made, Eric? Like, what is that, dude? I was like, what? You're guilt tripping everybody about how they should be paying some dude money that's dead? Yeah, that's the weirdest shit I've ever heard, dude. Because the dude committed suicide, so fuck him, dude. He committed suicide. Paying him shit. People in his community aren't even paying him money. Isn't that weird? Like, why should you pay some dude? Like, if I committed suicide, I don't expect you guys to pay me. I'm dead. What? Why would I want your help? I'm dead, bro. And I killed myself. So obviously, I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, he was saying that anyone that trades prop is just undisciplined. And I was like, what the fuck? Undisciplined? How does that make sense? It's just basic math, dude. You do the basic math and it comes out better for you in any way you spin it. I'm sure there's a lot of undisciplined traders that do. I'm sure there's a lot that do that, but I don't think that's a lot of undisciplined traders that do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just a beautiful opportunity, and I think he's one to talk, but I think he made a lot of money trading with prop firms, so I don't know why he's so against them now, but I don't think so, dude. I don't think he is. I don't know, though. I've never really followed him very much. The only reason I ever looked at his stuff is because people said his concepts were my concepts or something like that, but they're not. They're completely different. Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, I think once he went on that show, he probably leveled up in terms of Does he? Yeah. Charters Anonymous. That sounds sketchy as fuck. Yeah, it seems like an alright dude, though. It's just some of the things he was saying last week were a little weird. But you're right. He's probably just stirring the pot, dude. Trying to get people to pay attention. All right, so it looks like this position probably isn't, I don't know what it's doing. I think it probably just chops around here until the Asia opening, and I think we're going to see a probably pretty big drop here. I say that for a couple different reasons. I say it because like the way it's redelivered here, and especially to the downside here, you guys notice how it's redelivering it pretty much like there's no inefficiencies here in the delivery on the way down, which probably means that either it's one of two things. Either means it's go much, much higher, or it's about to crack lower and they're just covering it so they don't have to redeliver it, bring it back here anytime soon. Which I think it's probably the latter, like there's covering it and now it's been redelivered everywhere. And there's nowhere really for it to redeliver anywhere in here. So that means a bigger drop's probably coming. And the only area I really see is down into here. This area here. Like this is probably Probably in like this order block area here. Yeah, that's actually a decent order block there. Probably be down somewhere in that range there. Yeah, they're both are, yeah. I didn't know ICT doesn't like him. That's just gonna make him blow up though. So I'll probably just move my stop like right there and just let it chill. If it goes lower, it doesn't, and then I'll set like an alert to make sure I exit before the close there. All right, any questions, guys? All right, cool. Sounds good, guys. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you maybe tonight. I don't know, it depends on what my girl wants to do. If not, with cracks and correlation, any tips for identifying the direction to trust when there's... Oh yeah, so always assume that it's going to reverse. That's what I would say about that, Dan. Like it almost always reverses, right? Like it's pretty much like the one thing that you can look for that is really high odds that it doesn't reverse. Like if you look like right here, we had one, this one on the high here. So I know a lot of people use it as like, they use it as like which asset to trade or some blah, blah. But it really is just an indication of an incoming reversal. And like right here, you had one, right? And like, you know, prices are reversing. So reverse down from the top anyways. As far as it like not working, I'd say if you have one and then it doesn't trigger for a while, that usually is a good indication that it probably continues. But oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on, my bad, guys. Looking at the wrong time frame. Yeah, so it's right there. So NQ took out that one, ES did not. What do you mean? Yeah, it doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter. No, it causes a reversal on both of them because they're so correlated. If it's going higher, where would it do? Okay, if it's going higher, where would it redeliver to? I think this gap up here that hasn't been redelivered to yet, if that would be where it would go next. There really is nowhere else though, right? Maybe up here, which it coincides with that gap. So we had the phase one redelivery here where it closed the loop in, but it didn't go half back. So maybe the half back, which also coincides with the, other than that, there is nowhere else other than all-time new highs. So yeah, that's where I would think it would go. No, just discussing like what they are, like what you should be expecting after you see them, which is you should expect a reversal. So if you have one to the upside, you should expect it down. Like if you have a higher high, like if you get like one like this, you should expect a reversal down. If you get one that's like this, you should expect one to the upside. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. It depends on if on the way up it created some areas where it needs to redeliver to. Like we know that price did not redeliver down here very well, right? It left this whole move up open. We have a gap here, so we have reasoning for it to come down to here. Yeah, so I would expect a big drop down into these areas here. So I'm not sure what that is, I think. Yeah, that's an old gap. That shouldn't be on there anymore. Yeah, so we had this really big gap here. It filled partial bit today, but didn't fill all of it, which is kind of a bullish thing, honestly. Yeah, we just had that. We had that today, dude. That was that short here was that exactly that. So this right here was exactly that, Eric. I think that was it. Yeah, so you had this one right here. Nasdaq made a higher high, and then we had a lower time frame one where ES made a higher high there. So it was the same kind of thing right there. So 2 times we've seen it on stream so far, they worked. What about if NQ takes a lower high, but ES doesn't? Sometimes I think it's just lagging. Yeah, sometimes that is the case. Like it's not a 100% like going to guarantee reversal, but you know, if you include market structure with it, like strong highs or lows on a lower time frame, it should that those two together should get you there. It's where you know it's definitely not one. I'm not saying every time it happens, but it is. It's not like all by itself. It's not a 100% strategy, right? It's more something you want to use to improve upon your entry on a lower time frame. You know, like if I want to take a short, I want to see a cracking correlation. If I want to take a long that's been going down, I want to see a cracking. So it's like something that's like a qualifier. You can use it as like a qualifier or like a to improve your strategies. Add a confirmation. Yeah, prove the win rate on it. Because like anytime you add a qualifier to a strategy, like must see this, it just improves the win rate, right? So the more of them you have together, the higher the win rate. Like you can really stack them on top of each other and get like a really good win rate strategy, but it just won't happen as much. That's why a strategy that has like an 80-90% win rate, you're probably not going to get many opportunities, and you probably will make more money with something that has more like a 60-70% win rate because you get more opportunities at it. Alrighty, guys, let's wrap it up there. Oh, another question. Would you change your directional bias once you see opposite you? If it went with something else, that's a good question. Would I change my bias? Yeah, short term, yeah. And then no, you're fine. It's a good question. So if I see it short term, it depends on the time frame. If it's like a really like in how far they're spread apart. So one thing I did notice about them is so like let's you have a high here, and then like 2 days later you get a cracking correlation. That's even more powerful. Like the closer the highs are together, like the closer these two highs are together, the less long term it is, and the less like of an impact it's going to have on price. But the farther they're spread apart, the more important it becomes. The more I put more into it. That's why, like with the SMC soup, they have to be 10 minutes apart, right? It's because anything less than that seems to it doesn't give you that same drop that you would expect. Yeah, you're welcome. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. No, I don't use Bookmap. Just pure charts. No, I don't use Bookmap. I definitely think there's a value in it. I just don't use it personally. Has it? Nice. Dude says age of session turns have been printing up a storm for him. Nice, nice. That sucks. That's too bad, man. The tilt. Sorry to hear that, dude. Aaron, why aren't you on the Discord, bud? You got full access to Discord, dude. All right, I don't know if he's still there. It's so lag, so behind, but okay, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.